Welcome to my channel. It's Sky. As you can tell by the title, today we're going to talk about Aries rising / Aries ascendant.
I've been cooking with my bros in the kitchen, whipping.
Okay guys, so the rising sign is the sign that starts off your first house. So it starts off your birth chart. So it has an effect on how the other houses fall in your chart. So I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to go over the houses in your chart just rather than like the characteristics. So in this video, I'm gonna specifically go through the first house, fourth house, seventh house, and 10th house for Aries rising. Let's talk about how you were born, because your first house is all about your very first, all of your life's first. So this includes your first breath, the moment you were born, how you were born into the world. So as an Aries rising, you guys a lot of times are conceived at a time where no one is like expecting you to be conceived, or just like nobody is really ready for you to come. And the time of your birth, like when your mother was giving birth to you, you most likely were really quick, like just bursting out, like here I am. The kid, you had a lot of energy. I know an Aries rising kid who has so much energy, and they pretty much tire everyone else in the room because they are just like bouncing off the walls all the time, just running around. They're just really a lot of energy. So let's talk about appearance. Okay, so appearance wise, you guys kind of have like a really childlike appearance. I wouldn't say you guys can appear kind of pissed off a lot, like and kind of like, I don't know, you kind of scare people off because you kind of have like this warrior presence to you. So at first people can be hesitant to approach you just because you kind of give off like you're kind of always ready for war. You walk quick, you're quick at everything pretty much. You walk quick, you talk quick, you do your job quick. You're very quick. So one of the key traits to Aries is your impulsiveness. You guys are, again, really quick to snap, really quick to take charge, and you're like very uncensored, like a child. Like, you know how they'd be like, oh my god, children say like the craziest things. Like, you're like that. Like, you just say whatever's coming to your head. You do whatever's on your mind. And you're not fake. Like, you're not fake. You don't sugarcoat shit. Like, you're straight to the freaking point. So Mars is the ruler of your chart. So this means that the story of your life is someone who's always gonna take action. So you're like a go-getter. You go after whatever you want. You pretty much spend your life on your own path, on your own trail. And sometimes you could kind of leave people behind, not really caring about other people. Because you're so focused on what you want to do. And of course this is awesome for you, but it can also be a negative side, because a lot of times you just so focused on your path that you don't really have energy for other people. So a lot of times you can be a loner. So now let's move on to the fourth house, and your fourth house is in Cancer. So the fourth house is all about our family, our upbringing, how we are behind closed doors. So it's like our private self. So wherever Cancer is in your birth chart, that is where you can find like your relationship with your mom. So as the Aries rising, you're most likely very close to your mom. You're more close with your mom or your maternal figure. A lot of you guys come from single mothers, so a lot of times this is like the only person that you have there for support anyway. But even if you have both parents, you are usually closer to your mom or your mother, your maternal figure. So the moon is the ruler of Cancer. So at home you could really have like this motherly, like you could be the mother figure, and just always be mothering everyone, especially your siblings. So if you have siblings, you're like always taking care of them, always giving them support, always just kind of being like that mother. And a lot of times this can mean that you also have a mom that you have to take care of. So maybe your mom is sick, or she just requires some care. Maybe she has like emotional problems, so you have to like care for her. So you're always really there for your mom or your family. Like, you're that person that's always like there for them, supporting them, giving them care, nurturing them. And this is really awesome, but it's also really exhausting for you, and it can really drain you because you always feel like you have to give support. You always feel like people are always needing you, and it can really weigh you down. You can be kind of emotionally overwhelmed by your mom more than you want to admit it. Like, you're definitely someone who just is always there, and it's just like a lot of responsibility. So it's really important to give yourself some space and to give yourself some time to relax, because Aries is always moving, it's always going, it's always going. So 4th house is also about our private life and how we really take care of ourselves behind closed doors. And with Cancer here, we really need to take time to nurture ourselves. And Aries, again, we're always so like charged up, trying to like get everything done, taking care of everyone, making sure all the things are done that have to be done. So for our own well-being, we really need to take some time for ourselves and just give ourselves some space, because a lot of times we can feel smothered and just overwhelmed by like everyone. So with Cancer here, you're also really private about how you feel, because you don't really want to feel weak. You don't want to seem weak. So behind closed doors, like you're more sensitive behind closed doors, but you don't really like to show your sensitivity or anything like that until someone really gets close to you. Okay, so now the 7th house, and the 7th house is about our relationships, how we connect and how we relate to other people. It's our one-to-one relationships, so significant others, close friendships, and it's also the type of people that we attract into our lives. So having Libra in the 7th house means that you're going to attract a lot of Libra archetype people. So people with sun, moon, rising in Libra, or people with heavy Venus influence in their chart, or just like a heavy 7th house. And these people are more people-oriented. Like, they're not self-oriented like Aries. They think about other people's feelings, and they think about other people's opinions and other people's input. You can have a Libra best friend or a Libra significant other, and basically they just know how to consider other people's opinions. And Aries is more like, no, it's all about me, it's all about my opinion, what I want. They teach you how to be calm and how to be more at peace and more harmony, and have more harmony with people. And it teaches you that, like, they also teach you that life doesn't have to be constantly a battle. Like, you don't have to constantly be fighting or just constantly be trying to be right all the time. These people kind of calm you down and mellow you out. In life, we do have to go through a couple of shitty relationships. So the negative side to Libra is that sometimes it could be superficial and like fake, for a lack of a better word. And Aries is definitely not a fake sign. Like, you guys are real as fuck, and you're just straight to the point, like, you know, non-sugar-coated at all. But Libra sometimes can sugarcoat stuff. They can kind of be fake or come off as superficial, and sometimes they can just be overly looking for other people's approval, and just not have any type of assertiveness from themselves. And Libra's also a air sign, so they can also be very manipulative. So you can come across some Libras that are like that in your lifetime, but when you do find the right one, again, it is a really great union, because you guys are able to balance each other out. You know, you teach Libra how to be more assertive, how to be more bold, and Libra teaches you, you know, how to be more harmony, how to have more you know, how to be more thoughtful and think about other people rather than just yourself. So yeah, in life you'll realize that, like, winning is not always the most fulfilling thing. Like, what's the point of winning if you have no one to share it with and you have no one to celebrate it with, right? Okay guys, so now let's move on to the 10th house, which is my favorite house because it's about career, just really what you're here for, your calling, your reputation, and your public image. So how you appear to be in the public. So you have Capricorn in the 10th house. So Capricorn in the 10th house means that you're really honestly destined for amazing things, and you probably already know this as an Aries, but you are destined for great things. Capricorn is the go energy, so it's the greatest of all time energy. So you have really the potential to be really great at whatever you do. You are someone who has a lot of goals and are very ambitious already by nature. So yeah, you want a job that is going to make you feel important, that's going to make you feel like you have purpose in life. Like, if you are in a job that you don't really feel like it's your purpose, or you really feel like you're not contributing to society as much as you can, like, that's really going to be something that you don't like, and it's not really going to be fulfilling to you at all. So because of this, many of you guys are going to go the entrepreneur route, be your own boss, be your own freelancer. Honestly, with Capricorn in the 10th house, you really could be anything you want. In life, you're really, honestly, as an Aries, you're the one setting your own rules here. But going the entrepreneur route is honestly something that really appeals to you, because it's up to you. You know, you have to make your own decisions, you have to make your own plans, you have to just go about it alone. That you can really achieve anything that you want, and you can excel at any career that you want as long as you put in the hard work and the time. That's like the main thing. The time is the main thing. So the thing with the 10th house is that it doesn't come easy. It's not just gonna come just, you know, on your lap, here it is. It takes time to build, and Aries, it can be really easy for you to start something and then not finish it. You know, like you're very impatient, you just want things now. You're about instant gratification. So in order to reach your full potential, you are required to actually stick with something. Like Capricorn in the 10th is really just all about being patient. It requires patience and perseverance. You're not going to achieve anything if you're just constantly picking something up, throwing it out, starting something else. That's like classic Aries energy. Having self-control and just not being so like instant gratification-y is going to be really, that's really what's going to help you make it in the world. You know, it's hard because you're easily frustrated when things don't turn out quick. You know, you're like, oh, this isn't working, fuck this. Whatever Capricorn is where you're going to experience like the most hardships. So you can experience a lot of hardships in your career, in whatever you're trying to achieve. The hardships that you go through in your career is really at the end of the day making you stronger. And when you finally reach your dreams, when you finally reach that finish line, you're gonna be more appreciative. I really can't tell you guys what to do, honestly. I'm not gonna sit here and tell Aries what to do, but entrepreneur route, freelancing, things that just are really all about you, and things that you have to build, constantly have to build on. So even a career in like whatever you want to do, like even I know Aries rising that wants to be an actor, so he has to constantly build his resume, constantly be building his talent. You have to continue, you have to be persistent. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment and leave a like, and make sure you subscribe for more. Bye guys.